Chucky season 1 came out on Blu-ray recently, and I finally had the chance to sit down and watch this show. To be honest, it is a quick watch. Like, each episode's like 40 to 45 minutes, and there's only like 8 of them, so I knocked it out pretty quick. I really enjoyed this show. And the reason I'm reviewing this show is because if you don't know, like a while ago, like, I don't even know, like, I did it last year. I reviewed all the Chucky movies, so it feels right to talk about every new installment as they release. I didn't watch, but unfortunately I didn't watch the show as it released because I don't have cable, nor should anyone ever get cable, because cable is shit. So, this is a pretty good show for Chucky fans. And I need to really reiterate that point, for Chucky fans, because if you're not a fan of Chucky, well, there's not a lot here for you. And I really mean all of Chucky. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I like the first 2. No, you have to enjoy everything, except maybe like Seed of Chucky, because I still don't enjoy that movie. But this is a continuation off of all, I think there's 7 or 8. Where's my box set here? Oh, here it is. 7. Yeah, 7. I think there's 8 because there's the remake, but which that's the thing to note about it. I think some people are going to be bothered by this show because of the fact that it is so heavily based on those original movies, and it doesn't really do much to adapt it to a new audience. But that's okay because, I mean, the nice thing about Chucky, it's been the same creators making the same thing for several decades. This franchise is incredibly consistent. Sure, it's changed, but what you loved from the beginning is still here in this product right here. Brad Dourif is still Chucky. The creators are still the same creators. You know, this is all... You know, this is created by Don Mancini, the creator of Chucky. You know, it's all the same. So I feel like if you want something different and new from this franchise that's more welcoming to newcomers, great. There's a Child's Play remake that's out there and you can watch that. This is not what this show is for. And as a sequel to all those movies, it's excellent. I don't know. This show doesn't feel like the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show, which I recently talked about, where it's it makes more sense if you watch, you know, Evil Dead and stuff, but you don't have to. It's just a fun show that you could just turn on. This show isn't really that. The characters are really good. You know, I like how they modernize things. Like, the Child's Play remake tried to do that, but, you know, to me it didn't feel quite right compared to this show where you got this guy who has, like, a true crime podcast, which is something a lot of people are interested in nowadays, and it helps give the TV show a tone and vibe to it. You know, there's bullying in the show, but a lot of it is through social media. One of the characters is gay in this show, and, you know, that's a part of his bullying and what drives him to eventually become what Chucky wants him to become. No spoilers there, but, you know, things like that. So all the modernizing updates and continuing the franchise felt really good, and I really enjoyed all of it. And I'm excited to see where season 2 goes. I mean, it's not quite perfect. There is, like, little things I can nitpick, but to be honest, like, everything I don't like about this show is just stuff that, like, is nitpicks that I would have about Chucky in general and the franchise. And to be honest, this franchise is kind of hard to complain about. It's pretty much exactly what you want, exactly what you expect. It's pretty much like you either love this franchise or you hate it at this point. There's no really in between, because this is just Chucky, you know? It's classic Chucky. And I do really like, too, this show is not afraid to murder people, get violent, drop an F-bomb, and it should be, because this is Chucky, you know? And that was one thing that a lot of people were worried about before the show came out, but it managed to keep the vibe that you want from this character alive, and it was great. And yeah, I really cannot wait for a season 2 of this, though I probably won't begin it until the season 2 releases on Blu-ray. and that'll probably be like around this time next year. I guess we'll talk about this Blu-ray real quick, since we'll just since I'm late to talking about the show, just review the Blu-ray too. So you get the slipcover. Very nice slipcover. I actually really like the slipcover. I did not expect to get a slipcover with this release, so I was very happy about that. Bonus features, the Legacy of Chucky. I haven't checked out that yet. I'm curious what that is. Is it like just a documentary? I'm sure it's like a 5-minute puff piece where they're just like, Chucky is a very important character to our culture who's been around for multiple decades, blah, 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 blah. And then that's it. And it's got some deleted scenes, which I'm curious what those are. But, yeah, not a lot of special features, but at least there's some. Some of these don't even get that. You get 2 discs. Each disc has 4 episodes on it, so that is really nice because a lot of TV shows, they try to compress things on multiple discs or just one disc or whatever. This is great. You got the episode guide behind it. I would prefer an actual episode guide, but it's okay. And then you got that one on the back there, so you got all the episodes there on 2 discs. So this is running at a price point $25. I think that's fair. There are UK exclusive box sets and steelbooks out there, but this is the only release that exists in America. I've heard rumors that there's a steelbook coming to America, but we don't know if that's actually true. So I would just, I'd wait a little bit if you really want a steelbook that bad. But I think this is a great release. I think it's a great deal for the season. And, it does say the runtime here is 6 hours and 4 minutes. Like, you can watch this pretty quickly all in one day. It's shorter than the season of Stranger Things. So, pretty cool.